This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
There's a video online of a volcano erupting in China. China. Listen.
China.
You know what needs to happen, dude. We can't talk about it without this happening.
You go over to China. I love them. China. I have to have my China. China. You know, China. I know China very well.
China.
That guy can eat my poo.
Okay, so volcano. Sewage pipes exploded, sending human waste spraying up to 33 feet in the air, dousing nearby vehicles and pedestrians. Can't even. Give me PC too.
Where was this at?
China.
I know. I just want to hear you say
China.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
Jade.
China.
Jade.
Man, oh man. Yeah,
I'm drenched in poo.
they're calling it the volcano.
That's hilarious.
Is it? It'd be terrible if it was happening to us.
Yeah, you couldn't even walk in that. I mean, how do you can't even walk. I mean, you'd be slipping in volcano.
11 a.m. on a Wednesday. Newly installed sewage pipes.
Ugh.
Yeah, suddenly ruptured.
Infrastructure. Been preaching it for years. Bridges, poo pipes, big problems.
Better hope your windows weren't open in your car, right? Dashcam footage shows the orange-brown geyser of poo billow out of a pipe before splatting the windshields of cars.
Doesn't that sound like a great B-movie plot? The volcano. That that's how the sad people of Pompeii died. Except in this case, it was frothy poo.
You've heard of Dante's Peak. Speaking of a weird B movie, remember Cocaine Bear?
Yeah.
Well, there's a new parody. It's called Crackoon. And as you might
That makes sense.
imagine, it's a raccoon that happens upon some crack. So
What the hell is that?
It's probably a bear or something.
It ain't no bear. I think I know what it is.
I am telling you, it's a killer raccoon, okay?
it's the Crackoon.
My God, that's the greatest plot idea I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, well, Cocaine Bear was a true story. I don't think Crackoon.
Yeah.
I suppose. I guess it could be.
So I guess some crackheads tossed the crack out of their car while being chased by the police. The raccoon found it, and hence Crackoon.
Crackoon. Somebody will call that a racial slur, and it'll get canceled. Somebody won't like that.
Well, we'll see.
But Crackoon sounds like some dramatic acting going on there.
Only the best acting.
We should have
real Oscar-worthy performances.
zombie beavers and I don't know. Didn't somebody do shark or cocaine shark or something? Since all the cocaine washes up on the shore of Florida.
Wasn't that one of the Sharknadoes? It was like Sharknado.
Crackoon. I mean, I don't even know if we're allowed to say that out loud.
Cocaine Shark 2023. Mafia drug lord unleashed a new highly addictive stimulant on the streets. Cocaine Shark.
That's awesome.
What a time to be alive, man. Nothing but the greatest entertainment, you know?
Then you could have Crackadile.
Mm-hmm.
Do a word off of that. A little word play. I don't know, dude.
Next will be Meth Moose. That's terrifying.
Meth Moose?
Dude, so...
I killed the moose that killed me. The Meth Moose.
You know your algorithm gets all weird once you watch one video, then...
Yeah.
So I watched the moose video because the moose, I think they're in rut or whatnot. And this guy... Moose are terrifying. And the signs that they're irritated with you are like pretty similar to other animals, but they'll make eye contact with you and they'll pin their ears back. It's kind of a sign that they're going to charge you. And this guy was in the woods and the moose got close to him. and he kind of knew what was about to happen.
Yeah, the Moose, they finished the job. They're super pissy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got real lucky. The Moose just knocked him over and kept going.
Right.
But they'll stomp you to death.
Sure. They'll stand there and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you seen what they look like without their horns?
Yes.
They're very weird looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they look prehistoric. Kinda.
Yeah.
They're kind of interesting.
And they're a weird little floppy thing that's over their mouth. It's strange.
I have a moose rack in my basement. My grandfather killed up in Canada.
Yeah.
And I still have it. I've had it for, I've been carrying that thing around. Well, when he died, I mean, I put it in the truck and there it sits. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's mounted, but what do you do with it?
Yeah, right.
I could cut the prongs off and make some knife handles, I guess.
Meth Moose sounds terrifying.
I could bring it in and beat you to death with it.
You know what? Some days I'd take that offer, really.
Cocaine disc jockey. He's off his medication.
It's just Tuesday.
It's only Monday. Oh, shit.
Oh, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
Chris Christopherson died Saturday.
Oh, Lord.
He was 88.
Good life.
Yeah.
If it sounds country, man, that's what it is. It's a country song. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee.
He wrote that.
Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through tonight.
Metallica posted a really cool kind of series of photographs of them with Chris Christopherson. And they were like, rip. He was in Supergroup with Willie Nelson,
Highwayman,
Johnny Cash, Waylon.
Yeah.
Began in 1985. Here you go.
I was a sailor. I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft to furl the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed. But I'm living still.
He was in the 1976 version of A Star Is Born. He played the rock star.
He was good.
Watch closely now. You'll observe a curious exchange of energy. Are you a figment of my imagination? Or I one of yours? Watch closely now. Are you watching me now? Rise of my fingers, the touch in my body and the rouse in my soul. Passion rising inside me. How high can I go?
You ever see that version of A Star Is Born?
No, I did not.
Should watch it just to compare it sometime. I would prefer it over the Bradley Gaga thing, which was good. But it was good. It was gritty. He looked like the role.
Yeah.
You know, he looked like the role just because of his Christopherness.
Right.
But, yeah, that dude was cool. God, was he in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I always forget how many movies he was in. Did you ever see Convoy?
No.
He was in a trucker movie. Convoy was kind of like a Smokey and the Bandit prequel.
Okay.
A lot of good action scenes. I know it. I'm sure it got panned. Him and Ally McGraw and Ernest Borgnine, who was basically, when you think of a 70s movie, you got to have Ernest Borgnine in it. But I think he was the rubber duck from the song.
He was rubber duck.
I think, didn't they make the song into the movie?
I think that's what happened as far as I...
Yeah, they were, got the convoy going, and it's those 70s action movies, man. We think of, like the Eastwood. Yeah, it's just a great look.
19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive. Looks like we got us a convoy.
Yeah, that's what they did.
It was a dark of the moon.
Those 70s movies, just the grittiness of the, I was trying to think of, like the Deer Hunter, Poseidon Adventure. They just had this really cool look to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could, it's hard to recreate.
No, I get it.
But the characters look tough.
Yeah. there was a certain look to it.
They looked real. They looked like they were, believable.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, good stuff.
All right. Also, John Ashton, you might know him from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, that's right. He
passed. He was 76.
He was the chubby cop sidekick in Beverly Hills Cop, right? Taggart. He was Taggart.
Mm-hmm.
What else was he in? He was a good character.
Let's see. Yeah, he seemed to be...
So he took the banana in the tailpipe.
Midnight Run.
Oh, Midnight Run. That was De Niro, right?
Gone, Baby Gone. King Kong Lives. Little Big League.
Oh, I remember in the King Kong, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Instantly recognizable.
100%.
It was like one of those guys.
Yep.
Like Wilford Brimley. Just one of those guys you see and you're like, whoa, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that dude.
And then also Dame Maggie Smith. She was known for Harry Potter films and Downton Abbey. Yeah. She passed as well. Legendary.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of a crazy weekend. So let's do one big old salute to the dead celebs, bro. Here we go.
Dead, Jim. He's dead.
He's dead, Doctor.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead. He's dead, Captain.
He'll die, Jim.
He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Dead. The man is dead. He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead, sir.
She's dead, Jim. She's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim.
That man's dead back there.
She's dead. He's dead. He must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone. The captain is dead. He's dead, Captain. He's dead, Jim. Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock. Let her go, Jim. He's dead. He's dead. She's dead.
We're all gonna die. Yeah, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Missed one. Days of Our Lives, superstar Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Haugeston.
I
died.
I had him on my list, too.
Died at 70. One of daytime's most beloved iconic stars. Days of Our Lives, Drake Haugeston, who played John Black, passed away 71 or 70. And Days of Our Lives, I don't remember that dude. I was a General Hospital kid. What can I say? My mother controlled the remote during the daytime hours. I had no say.
He was with Marlena.
Oh, he was. Well, she was possessed by the devil. She came. Oh, it's all coming together. They killed Taggart, probably from Beverly Hills Cop, and drank his blood because the devil told him to. Because Marlena came back as the devil. Oh my God, this makes perfect sense.
I knew you were talking out. I knew it. You're a smart man, John.
Woo!
I don't care what Pam Yankee says about you.
I don't care what Pam Yankee says. I love her.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different.
Come on, want to
The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
Have you ever Airbnb'd before? There, sir, good sir.
Yeah, several times, yes.
You have?
I had a positive experience.
Where have you done it at?
Lake Tahoe.
Oh, good for you.
They were very particular, though.
How so?
Maybe it was just Lake Tahoe, but me and Mike rented a house. We skied for a week and with our wives. It's not like we're gay or anything. And then we went out, and then they wanted to know, like, our ages. They asked for occupation. And, it was a deep dive. They didn't want somebody wrecking their really cool house.
Yeah.
So, which was fine. I mean, it just seemed very detailed. I was surprised.
We Airbnb'd for out in the greater Baraboo area when we were doing a little getaway thing.
Yeah. Nice.
I left my machete there on accident. I had to go back and get it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I went back and got it.
Yeah?
I'm not going to just leave my machete
Where,
there.
did you have it under the mattress? Where is it at?
No, I had it up.
Were you dicing onions? What were you doing?
No, I had it in there for protection. And then,
Well, Baraboo is pretty sus these days.
No, what happened was we were in the middle of the woods. And
that's right.
Yeah. And it was, people were drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And there were folks that were less drunk. And I was one of the less drunk people. And we were playing cards and stuff. And there was a knock on the door. And it was a
guy in a hockey mask.
And so there were people that were like...
The football player with a Nazi salute, even worse.
Yeah. And so there was two schools of people. There was those of us that looked at each other and they were like...
Yeah, that knock is all telling.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah. And then there was people that were like, I didn't hear anything. And then we were like, well, we need to go look and see who's at the door. Yeah. And so then there were two gentlemen that got up to go check the door.
That was nice. Nice of the gentleman.
Right.
You girls go check that out.
Not exactly sober men.
Yeah.
With no weapons. And I remember being like, bro, you need to grab.
Right.
You need to have something. Because nobody's in the middle of the woods knocking on a cabin door because they want to just say hi, right? Like, you need to be ready. It's either a crackhead or something.
Yeah, or a deer with an opposable thumb.
Right.
And you never know.
And dude grabs, like, a piece of kindling out of the wood stash. I was like, okay, this is not good.
Yes.
And so when they got to the door, there was nobody there. And I was like, this is even worse. And so, like, as they were walking, everybody was, like, watching them. And I was, like, turned and watching the outside windows because I was like, this is how every horror movie starts.
There wasn't a girl crawling out of a well out in the backyard, was
I know,
there?
right? This is what I was looking for. So then once everything settled down, there was nobody there.
Whoa.
I know. I went and I got my machete out of my car, which I usually have with me anyway.
Well, what were you going to do on the way to the car without the machete?
Well, my car was right by the porch.
Woo! Close call.
And and then I blocked our whole entire room off that night when we went to bed. And I was like, well, if somebody is getting murdered, it's not going to be us tonight. And then I got my machete with me for the rest of the trip. But I left it. I tucked it away during the day.
You should leave it for the next person about to get murdered in that house.
I know, right?
I'm not going there.
I think it was just locals. After I got
it was probably
familiar with the area.
It's probably the Reedsburg football team.
I think it was some teenagers. Because if I lived in that hood, I would totally screw with people at the Airbnb.
That's an inside jokes this morning.
I like it. Yeah.
So an aggressive knock.
Yeah, it was
Nobody's at the door.
Mm-hmm.
You sure it wasn't one of you, somebody in your house screwing around?
Nobody.
Everybody was accounted.
We were all there.
Everybody was accounted for.
Yeah, because there was only 6 of us.
And nobody said anything, just a knock.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good one.
It was good. They got us.
Yeah.
They got us.
What was the closest house to the one your Airbnb was? If you went screaming, like all the people in your house were murdered except for you, how long would it have taken you to get to the next house?
It wouldn't have taken long, but it was through the woods.
Right.
It wouldn't have taken long. No. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, say everybody in the house gets murdered and the guy hacks off your foot.
Yeah.
Kind of like Saw, and you gotta drag a stump. How long would it take you to get to the next house?
25 minutes.
Oh my God, you'd bleed out.
Yeah.
You'd never make it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good story. I got a little goosebumpy there.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you go out and look for evidence or footprints or anything?
No. I was looking out though for sure. I quit drinking. I didn't have a drink after that. I was like, I gotta keep my wits about me.
I wonder if yeah. So they don't sell it as a haunted experience or anything.
No.
It's just a straight Airbnb.
Well, and then we were talking to our Uber lady the next weekend because we were back in the Baraboo area. We went to Driftless Glen.
Found out it was a murder scene in the 50s.
And she was like, well, let me tell you something about that area. I was like, please don't.
Oh.
And she was like, there's all kinds of history up there.
There we go.
And she's like, it was probably a paranormal thing. It was like more than likely it was a paranormal thing.
Wow. And
I was like, okay. Well, I was like, well, that makes me feel better than it was somebody that was.
You're sure it was a knock?
Oh, 100%. Because it wasn't just one. It was like a police knock. It was the.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I salute you, sir.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
And it was either that or
creature in the woods.
Like
I salute you.
Because there were houses on either side and I don't know if they were Airbnbs too, because you could totally rent them out to tourists and whatnot. But if I was a teenager in the area and I knew that there were people that were Airbnb-ing, I would F with them for sure. 100%. And so I could totally see it being a teenager coming over and knocking on the door and
a lot
running.
of people seek that out. I mean,
Yeah.
Baraboo, the old Baraboo Inn is supposed to be haunted. Yada, yada.
Totally.
And who knows?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It was a good experience, though.
Hats off to Gem City. We had a great pizza yesterday.
Yeah.
They always give you a funny look when you order the large. They're like, you better sign this waiver.
Yeah.
So
Let's
good.
get the sausage and mushroom. That's what I was getting. Yeah, so good.
Oh, God.
All right, back to Airbnb.
Wow,
There we go.
dude. Good story.
Oh, man.
Should go back up and investigate. Look for footprints.
I know, yeah, right. I'd stay in that house again. It was really cool. Okay, so Prince's house from the movie Purple Rain is being offered on Airbnb for 25 one-night stays. And it goes up for offer on October 2nd. It's pretty neat, I have to say. The house has been transformed into a shrine to both the movie and to Prince.
Do you have to crawl in the basement window to stay in Prince's bedroom?
No. His former bandmates, Wendy and Lisa, helped to set it up.
That's cool.
Yeah. It is super neat. You can go through and browse on the photos.
I mean, it's not like the Amityville house where it's kind of bland. I mean, if you drove by it, you probably wouldn't know it if there wasn't a sign there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even remember what it looks like because he was mostly in the basement.
Yeah.
Remember when he threw the sheet music around and then he was down in his little bedroom?
They definitely set it up to be super cool. Are you looking at it at all?
Let me find it. Oh, wow. Is this it? A fan got to stay in the Airbnb Purple Rain house. Oh, that's cool. They've got Prince symbols and there's somebody in a bathtub. Oh, there's the steps. That must be going to the basement.
I don't know if that's the new one or not because it doesn't go up until...
No. There's the piano. I think I'm looking at it, dude.
October 2nd.
Okay.
So it's super neat, though. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost for a one-night stay. But if you're a Prince fan...
Oh, yeah.
You're correct. The outside is, unless you knew.
Yeah. Pretty nondescript.
But there is a purple curtain in the front window of the front door.
That gives it away.
That's the only thing that's purple in the front. So
there's a guy, a valet with a purple leather jacket on, parking you in back.
Yeah. So pretty neat, man.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And how do you get there? How do you stay there?
You can't do it. Yeah, you can't book it yet. It'll be up and available for booking on October 2nd. I imagine it's going to fill up pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, you think of the house, you think of the Field of Dreams house. I don't think you can stay in that, but is that house still there? And then, Amityville. Yeah, all the famous Ferris Bueller's, or what's his name's house in Ferris Bueller.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's been sold several times.
Cam's house.
Mm-hmm. Famous homes. Oh, and then the other Chicago house with Colin McCauken.
Oh, Home Alone.
Home Alone home. It's been sold.
Yeah, and I was thinking of the hotel room at the Stanley Hotel. That one's booked out for
sure.
For years and years and years, it's booked out.
Yeah, I've never done a celebrity home or a famous home.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of one I've seen or drove by or was impressed by. I can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't really think of any celebrity's house that I would want to like stay in and go sniff their panties or anything weird like that. I'm not. Oh, wait. Just keep that one to myself.
Famous homes. Famous homes. Famous homes. Famous homes.
I'd stay at Paris Hilton's house for a night. I think that would be pretty extravagant. That'd be kind of neat.
Like Graceland. Can you stay at Graceland? I don't think you can stay there. I think you can just walk through
Let's
it.
go. Let's look up celebrity.
We took pictures of the Hemingway home in Key West. That was pretty cool. And then I don't know. Taliesin. I mean,
you can stay at the Christmas Story house.
Oh, that's right, in Cleveland. That's right, dude. Good call.
Mm-hmm.
They redid that one too.
You can stay at Elvis's apartment.
Okay.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. I just looked some up. The most famous home in every state. All right. Oh my God. Let me see if I can get into the gallery.
Oh my God. You can live like a Hollywood legend in Leo DiCaprio's palace in Palm Springs, California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Arizona, Frank Lloyd Wright. Arkansas, Johnny Cash.
Party like a rock star in Jimi Hendrix's Gingerbread Cottage.
Colorado. Famous for surviving the sinking of the Titanic, Margaret Brown inspired a Broadway musical and movie, and her home in Denver is open as a museum. That's cool. The Unsinkable Molly Brown, remember that? The Mark Twain House, Connecticut. Let's see, what's Florida? Florida would be the Ernest Hemingway home. Yeah, you can see through the gate. That's a really cool looking house.
You can sleep in Sonny and Cher's romantic Villa Carmelita.
Oh. There wasn't a knock at the door. There was just a goose in heat. It was really interesting. A lot of Frank Lloyd Wright homes. Louisiana, Oak Alley Plantation. Looks like where the Forrest Gump house was.
Oh, my God. You can go to Dolly Parton's personal penthouse.
Pennsylvania, Falling Water. One of the coolest homes on earth. Built right over a dam or river. So cool. Let's check Wisconsin, then we're out of here.
Okay.
Well, of course. Taliesin Spring Green. 800 acres.
The Talesian?
Talesian. You want to go to Talesian and walk around and enjoy the splendor. What a valley it is back there.
Yeah.
I'd love to move back there. I might squat out there, see how long it takes to get kicked out. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
Newer, gayer, dumber. That's JJO News. You got to, itch back there.
Oh, yeah.
Is your ringworm acting up?
Activists throw soup on Van Gogh painting again.
Oh, what kind of soup?
Look at these two. These are those two of the most punchable faces on earth?
Same jackasses that did it.
Yes. Just Stop Oil supporters have thrown soup over two Vincent Van Gogh paintings hours after two activists were given jail sentences for targeting one of the same works of art. What did Van Gogh ever do to you and oil? Nothing. 3 protesters threw an orange-colored soup at sunflowers in London. They've been arrested. I'm shocked nobody just walks up and just starts pounding their heads in.
Somebody just punch them in the face.
Earlier, Phoebe Plummer, 23, given a 2-year jail term. Anna Holland, 20 months for throwing soup on sunflowers in 2022. National Gallery said 2 paintings targeted on Friday had been removed. Oh, they're behind glass. I mean, you can't. I suppose you got to clean the soup off pretty good. You get ants. What do you think of this? Is this making you rethink your oil consumerism?
No.
I think I'll take my horse to work. I think that'll work out great.
I think he'd be pretty unhappy in the parking lot.
But painters, what do they see? Oil and paint? What? I guess there's.
I think it's just
it gets coverage. It gets coverage.
Right.
Well, why don't they check your purse for a can of soup when you come in at the door? How are they? Pat them down. No soup zone.
They're gonna be like no purses, no bags,
or glue. Exactly.
You're gonna ruin whatever. It's fine then.
I mean, every time I see these little numbnuts, I want to go burn a barrel of tar in my backyard and protest.
Well, they're going to make it so now there's going to be, protective glass or whatever in front of everything.
Well, why don't you go
which
after?
Is part of that's one of the coolest things about going to art museum is standing right there,
right
in front of the paintings. And you're standing.
Sometimes I lick the glass, just so I get a better feel for the artist.
To be able to stand there without anything between you and the painting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And be as far away from it as the artist was.
You know what I do?
Like, that is the coolest thing.
Sometimes I just stand there looking at a painting, and I'm like, how is this called art?
I know.
It's a bowling ball. And that is all. How is this art? How is this on a wall? No, why wouldn't you go after the oil executives? Why wouldn't you throw soup on their car or the front door or a gas station pump or something? What's the painting got to do with anything?
It's just for coverage. It's just for them to get coverage. But I'm not sure that you're getting anybody on your side. That's what I battle with this stuff. Are you converting anybody? You're just pissing people off.
If you want me to stop, if you want me to listen to you and your cause, you know what you do? I will cut you a deal.
Buy me lunch.
Dude, you're close. You're very close. How about instead of throwing soup, you make me some soup?
Right, exactly.
Listen to me. If you make me a pumpkin bisque, I will sit down and listen to all your concerns you have about big oil, a nice French onion, or Irish stew. I will sit and listen to all your points while devouring your fine Irish stew. How's that sound? Done?
Done.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.